Hello, I hope you are doing well and I believe you are keeping safe. This is very important at this point. You all know what is going on. Coronavirus is everywhere, COVID-19. We are all aware and we know how virulent it is, how dangerous, harmful, contagious, and overwhelming it is. So we are all aware and we must be very careful in order to save our lives. We all know about hand sanitation. We all know about hand washing. And quickly, I'm going to run over hand washing as recommended by NHS. I know a lot of us have been washing our hands. But do you know people do wear gloves without washing their hands? We need to wash our hands before we wear gloves. There are some people, they wear gloves and then they pick their noses. They wear gloves, they use it to do dirty things, and they proceed to use the same hand to do clean things. So we must be aware that when you use gloves, your hands become very sterile. And you need to do things that are clean, sterile. You need to use it well. You don't abuse the gloves. So what does the NHS say about washing of hands? To wash your hands, you need soap. You need clean water. You know what it means to wash hands? That means you want to remove the dirt from your hands. Because you know, hands are vectors that can carry organisms, microorganisms, I mean. So you need to really use a clean water. Perhaps you are going somewhere and you think you don't have access to water, or you don't have access to soap. You can go with your sanitizer. You can carry your sanitizer. It's portable enough for you to carry a sanitizer in your pocket, in your bag, so that you can sanitize your hands if you don't have access to water and soap. So how do we wash our hands? Quickly, I just want to run through it. You put some liquid soap in your hand or tablet soap. I would prefer liquid soap because when you are in a workplace, for example, and you have tablet soap, a lot of people are using the same tablet soap, you know what I mean? And it can be contaminated, especially if it is not an antibacterial soap. So it is better we use liquid soap, antibacterial liquid soap. Get some liquid soap in your hands, in your palm, and then rub your hands together. Rub your hands. I'm washing now. You wash, and then you wash the back of your hands, and then you wash your fingers. You do same for the other fingers. Then you wash your nails. That's why it is important to keep short nails, because COVID-19 can hide in long nails. So you wash your nails, do same for the other hand. Wash your wrist, wash them very well. At this junction, I want to say, for health workers especially, we are not supposed to wear long sleeves when we are working, so that you can wash well and you don't contaminate your clothing, even as you have contact with patients. What about our ID card? You know, we put them on our necks and it's dangling. What about ties? They dangle and then they can touch the patient, they can touch the bed, they can touch somebody. So it is very important to be aware of what you are wearing. All right? So that is about washing of hands. You wash it thoroughly and then you clean with a dry paper towel. At this time, I think paper towel will be very important than using a towel because of contamination. So you use, and then it is easy for you to discard. Then you take some paper towel to close the tap, or you use your elbow to close the tap. That's about hand washing. Also, I want to talk about preparing hand sanitizers. There are 2 types you can prepare as recommended by WHO, World Health Organization. You can do a spray, hand sanitizer in a spray form, or you can do the one in a gel form. Let's talk about the one in a spray form. But before then, I want to talk about the man or the father of hand washing. His name is Ignaz Semmelweis. This guy in 1847 discovered the importance of hand washing. He was a physician and a scientist, and he was working in a Vienna lie-in hospital in the maternity section or department. And he discovered that there were, some puerperal fever that were very contagious. And he found out that it would be good to wash our hands so that we can avoid spread of infections. So it is very important for us. Hand washing is the most single and simplest way you can control infections, diseases, or the spread of it. So now let's go to sanitizer. This, according to WHO, this is 400 ml of methylated spirit or ethanol, as this case may be, but this is methylated spirit. So this is 400 ml of methylated spirit, and I want to make 500 ml of hand sanitizer spray. For 400 ml of methylated spirit, you will need about 7.25 ml of glycerin. This is glycerin. So 7.5 ml of glycerin. Because of time, I will not be able to do that. Just take 7.5 ml of glycerin, which is about, you can approximate it. In science, you will approximate it to 7, or you can approximate it to 7, maybe 7.5. So you take this. I have my syringe. We draw some 7.25 ml, or approximate it to 7 ml using your syringe into the methylated spirit. And then we have the hydrogen peroxide. For hydrogen peroxide, you need 0.625, which is equivalent to 1 ml of this. So you take 1 ml of this hydrogen peroxide into the methylated spirit. You are mixing now. So this is 1 ml. I put it in the methylated spirit. So we have our spirit, which is the alcohol. We have 7 ml of glycerin, and we have 1 ml, 0.25 ml of hydrogen peroxide, which is equivalent to 1 ml in the spirit. And we have 92 ml of water. So I pour 92 ml of water into the spirit. I have my glycerin, I have my hydrogen peroxide, and then you shake. You shake and leave for 72 hours according to the recommendation of WHO. Why? Because during the process of mixing, there could be, microorganisms that has entered into your concoction. So you need to leave it for 72 hours for the microorganism to be destroyed by hydrogen peroxide and the ethanol. And that is your hand sanitizer. Then you pour it in the bottle where you can spray it. You don't put it in the bottle and then everybody is using their palm, to take it. That can contaminate it. You need something that you can pour this concoction, load it inside a container where you can spray it out and everybody can have it in the house. I hope this has helped someone out there. I will be right back. Bye for now and keep smiling.